Good Wednesday afternoon to everyone. Today is May 11th, 2022. What you just saw at the top of the broadcast was about some people protesting on the budget cuts and other stuff. And the latest on the top story that happened, it is about, let's see. Something went wrong at Philadelphia Police Headquarters. So we want to thank my Uncle Howard Monroe for that news update that he just covered in Philadelphia's Nicetown neighborhood. Let's continue this news broadcast today with Madeline Wright joining us live from Drexel Hill, Delaware County. Madeline.
To end later this month. Now I want to bring in Angela to tell me a little bit more. What kind of impact is this having on the community?
It's a really detrimental impact to the community because they have to go out of the area to get services, and there's not a lot of hospitals within this area serving the largest, one of the largest municipalities in Pennsylvania. So, and they're underserved and elderly, and this has been their hospital for years. So it's a huge impact.
Thank you, Angela. The picket is scheduled to end any moment now. Elected officials are expected to join the rally momentarily. Live in Drexel Hill, Madeline Wright.
All right, Madeline, thank you very much. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf was in Lansdowne urging the legislature to take action to help seniors in the Commonwealth. Then he wants to use $204 million by boosting the state property tax and rebate programs, which help low-income seniors stay inside their home and whatnot. The governor went on to say that the need is critical given inflation and skyrocketing energy costs. Municipalities across Pennsylvania are getting training from the state to develop plans to tackle the climate change and also help reduce carbon emissions. The head of the Commonwealth's Department of Environmental Protection spoke about it at a news conference earlier this morning.
They learn approaches to engage residents to ensure the plan is tailored to their community's concerns and opportunities.
Since the training began in 2019, approximately over 300 municipalities have been taken part in the action. In Washington, D.C., officers are on their way as CBS 3 gives you the tour of the Police Unity Tour, taking part in what should be an annual ride. Wishing them the best of what the future endeavors for them. And now to the latest on the war in Ukraine. Congress is definitely going to come into play despite the fact that $40 billion is being used for what should be a classic for some people. Charlie D'Agata of CBS News explains.
Very good people, she said. The Ukrainian military has little defense against Russia's overwhelming firepower, where the fight has become a bloody battle of trench warfare. Drone footage alleges to show a Russian tank destroyed near Kharkiv. Ukrainian soldiers who drove out Russians northeast of the city found rows of shot-up cars, scattered clothes, a baby seat, a stroller, apparent evidence of civilians killed even as they tried to flee. And yet the Russian offensive in Donbass has been relentless, flattening small towns in the march toward the strategic cities of Kramatorsk and Sloviansk, where we found heavily fortified cities protected by well-armed troops, endless bunkers, concrete blocks, and anti-tank defenses ringing the outskirts. And it doesn't stop there. This fighting position is right in the center of the city. If Russian ground forces were to advance, they would face a whole network of these dug-in trenches. And they are everywhere. Soldiers say the Russian invaders would face guerrilla warfare at every turn. Volodymyr difficult days lie ahead. Charlie Daggett is CBS News.
Thanks, Charlie. Stay with Eyewitness News for the continuing coverage on some help for Ukrainians. Just go to cbsphilly.com by Find the Resources on my favorite website. Coming up on CBS3 Eyewitness News at noon, it's do or die for the Sixers after that shocking loss. Also ahead in our broadcast, anxiety with the pets. A member of your family is most likely trying to get struggles and whatnot. This broadcast is not going no place, and neither am I. Stay right there, everybody. We'll be right back.